Hey guys, I'm back with another video. It's been a while since I've done some commentary, so I wanted to chat about the blue post today that dropped for the official hardcore servers. There's some pros, but there's honestly some really big cons as well that I wanted to chat about. Now keep in mind I'm going through this with you guys, so if I ramble or if I get off topic, I apologize, but I have no script. But I thought it was very important that I got this information out with you guys and I chatted about it. Now, the first paragraph is probably the most important paragraph and probably the biggest topic that I'm going to have. And right here, it just says, if you die, you die. There is no reincarnation, no soul stones. Now, keep in mind, there is no suggestion about immortality at 60. So if you die in a pre-bis dungeon, you die in a raid, you are dead for good. Now, with that being said, this was my main concern on why I thought these servers would flop in the first place. If you thought you were going to do some endgame raiding on this server, I got bad news for you. You're not going to be able to do that. And that's for a couple reasons. If you're a person that doesn't have 15, 20, 25 other friends that you consistently play with, you will not be able to raid. Because you will not be able to find 39 other people or 19 other people that won't cause a mistake in a pug raid, whether they won't get in Discord or they don't know how to move out a living bomb for Baron Geddon. People simply don't know how to decurse. Let's say the hunter doesn't know how to pull some of the trash. Let's say the tanks can't taunt the whirlwinding mobs on Battleguard Satura. You see what I'm saying? There's so many wildcards in every single raid that you're not going to be able to trust a full raid team to make it out alive of the raid. You're simply not going to be able to raid on this server. And that goes, I'm not going to talk about the rest of the XP drama. And I'm not going to talk about Alex and things like that. But I do want to suggest that the only people that are going to be raiding on this server are the 1%ers, the content creators, the Twitch streamers, the hardcore elite players that you see that are doing the content right now. Those are the only people that are going to be raiding. And that's bad news for you. Now, for the people who suggest, oh, I just wanted to level 1 to 60 and enjoy that. Well, I also got some bad news for you. They've made it way easier to level 1 to 60, so it won't be as fulfilling, and we're going to chat about that later. Overall, this paragraph for me just smells like bad news. If you're a player, like, I don't consider myself a content creator. I'm a player just like you guys. I don't hang out with other Twitch streamers and things like that. So I already know I won't be able to find a raid group for this. So endgame raiding for me is not possible. Again, I just think it's a situation where the only people that are going to be able to raid is the 1%ers and the people that are doing it now, which are just content creators. Unfortunately, that's how the situation is going to be. Now, these next couple paragraphs is just about PvP and how there will be no battlegrounds and things like that. No PvP, so there won't be people stealthed on flight masters anymore, things like that. Big here. The people can't kite Teramis anymore. They can't kite double swords into shimmering flats, things like that. All the mobs are leashed to those zones. Now here's another big topic: dungeons on the clock, 24-hour lockout timers. Now I chatted about this in my other video too, and I thought this was a good idea. What I suggested was maybe doing a 24 lockout timer, but also maybe reducing the level cap on the dungeon so you're not level 25 in a dead mines for no reason. But I do think this is good. I think it enables people to go out in the open world more, and I think that's a good thing. But however, let's talk about some of the cons with that. The competition for mobs is going to be insane, and if you thought it was bad now, it's going to be worse. And for the people that enjoy the mob tagging competition, that's great. But if you're like, let's say on your third character, you're kind of burnt out on it. And I think one way they could combat this is with layers, but how are they going to do that? How are they going to do, like the layer flopping around, like what happens if you clear out Northbrook and you're in the church and you switch layers for some reason, and then you got 10 mobs spawning on you, you're dead. What are they going to do about that? Another thing is, what are they going to do about lockouts with, dungeons like Scarlet Monastery and Maraudon? I'm going to go ahead and assume that all the wings in Scarlet Monastery share a lockout so that you'll be able to do all of them, and then you won't be able to do them again, basically. I'm assuming that's the way they'll do it. They got rid of the debuff limits. You cannot bubble hearth, but they didn't say anything about petrification flash, so that's still like a huge loophole that people are going to use to cheese this. They added a duel to the death which was kind of a thing. They hosted a couple tournaments like that. Some YouTubers did. So basically you can duel people to the death literally, and you'll get a string of ears if you win. So basically you get a person's ears and it shows it like as a buff, so you can see like how many duels you've won to the death. Now this is a really cool feature, and I actually think this is really amazing. However, there's not going to be a lot of people that duel to the death for their character. I just don't think people are going to take that risk. All content phases are available from the go. I think that's great. I think that's a cool idea. I really enjoy how you can do that on Classic Era. However, obviously there's some major red flags, like you shouldn't be in pre-biz hopping in the next 40 or things like that. I think people would have common sense not to do that, but you know, who never knows. Now, play nice, play fair. This is basically, so I just wanted to bring up, I don't know, this is kind of weird, but I brought up a story, or I'm going to bring up a story where I was in somebody's stream and this guy was typing paragraphs saying that he has become the butt of the joke on Bloodsail Bucks because he didn't play very well. He was healing an RFK or something for a couple streamers, and he didn't do his job very well or something like that. So he became the butt of the joke, and he's getting a bunch of harassment and things like that. So I'm assuming that's kind of what this paragraph is about, because he did say that he was like going to Blizzard about it and stuff, because this guy's basically just been getting harassed off of the game because he got streamers killed. Apparently, that's just what I saw. So things like report bombing or intentionally using the rule set against players to attempt to get their account actioned, yada yada yada, harsh penalties. Basically, they're just saying play nice, play fair, literally. Now, a couple things that they didn't suggest in this that are going to be enabled. There is trading. There is auction house. So this isn't a hardcore server. This is a softcore server. So for the, as I suggested earlier, for the people who said that their only goal is to hit 1 to 60, well, it just got way easier, because now you can do professions. You can sell that sell your profession goods that you craft or whatever, potions, make money off of that, use that money, buy auction house items. So now you're, instead of a level 17 warrior that has gray gear, now you have green gear, and you're a lot harder to kill and you won't die as much. Obviously making it way easier. So I can only imagine how much easier it would be for other classes. Also, one thing I forgot to add about the dungeon lockout, I think that's good because it stops bots. Excuse me. There's no more bots. Gold selling will be hard. Things like that. They're going to force bots to be out in the open area. I just don't think there will be as many. Some other random thoughts that I have. Again, I have no script here, so this is just off the top of my head. Let's see. Again, bots. Yeah. I don't really have anything else, but I do think that when people hit level 60, they're just going to funnel gear to their friends or to alts, and you're not even playing hardcore anymore. Again, but my main concern here was endgame rating, and I think if you have aspirations of endgame rating with a hardcore character, it's not going to happen here. I'm sorry, but this has a bunch of vibes to it, to where the endgame content is going to be cut off just for content creators, streamers, and YouTubers. So I just wanted to get this out here. Like a lot of good pros I'm excited to see, but a lot of big question marks as well that I'm very concerned about. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'll even play this. I'll probably stick with my Classic Era servers. But I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.